Davy Watson, Davy hadn't trained all week. He had to come up at half time. He never trained yesterday. He did some work with the physio. We wanted to see if there was any reaction. He was felt okay enough to be on the bench, but we think in another 2 or 3 days that'll help matters. So we resisted the opportunity to play him the day or bring him on. Probably just with the fact of the way the second half was going. So he should be a bit more ready for the game. We're hoping Matt Kennedy can make it. Wednesday, Matty's had a couple of injections now in his back last week, and we're just looking for that to settle down really. And as soon as Matty feels pain-free or less restricted than he currently is, then he should be good to go. So we're hoping that he could be one that comes into things. We'll still have Donnelly suspended, and we'll still have Stuart Finlay out, and Kilmarnock McInnes is back training. We resisted the chance to put Kyle on the bench today, but he's probably going to get closer the more training minutes he gets.
What kind of Rangers do you expect? There's been a bit of discussion over in Europe, been so good, and then domestically not quite as good.
No, I think what we've got to expect going there is just to try and reference a lot of what we did against them here not so long ago. It's a totally different environment and a totally different set of circumstances, but the game's still the game. It's important that we try and be as good as we were individually. You almost need to be perfect at possession when you're playing a team of Rangers quality. You know, they've shown what they're capable of, particularly in Europe. So we're well aware of Rangers. I've got players that, if given time and space, if you afford them good players to a chance to really enjoy the game, then they can have that impact. You don't see it all the time, but they've certainly got that. And I think they'll be buoyed from the fact that they had such a strong performance in France on Thursday. Obviously a game in between tomorrow with St Johnstone, but I think anytime I've managed a team going to Rangers, you've always got to expect a tough evening, and for my team to do as well as we possibly can individually and be almost pitch perfect, as I say, out of possession. But we've also got to demonstrate a confidence that we've won at Hearts a few weeks back. We've beaten Rangers already. The players have got to have gone to the pitch feeling confident with our work, because if you're not confident with your work, then there's only going to be one outcome.
Is it a big night for Robbie? He did well here against them.
McCrorie?
Yeah, getting back there for the first time. You go, you always need a goalie to do well on a night like that.
Yeah, I think he'll be in familiar territory. Obviously, the reason he's with us was because he never played so many games, but over a period of time he was very at home. That was his home for a long time, and sometimes as a player, I get asked this question before we played them Rangers here at Robbie Park a few weeks ago about Robbie, and there's no doubt there's that emotional when you're served at a club and for so long. There is that emotional aspect of it, but I'm sure the motivation to come away from Rangers for Robbie is still there. He's still got it all to do. He's still got to keep showing week in, week out. He's a capable goalkeeper. It didn't quite happen the way he wanted at Rangers, but there was always good keepers ahead of him. So he should just go there and not overthink it and just try and be the keeper we expect him to be and hope he is.
He couldn't get back in when he was injured in Kieran, when Kieran did well. Now he's back in. He is playing well. I mean, the save at the start today for Jordan McGee just showed how good a keeper he can be.
I just like my keeper to make the saves I expect him to make. Every now and then, I've worked with a lot of goalies who can pull off the big save, and it may be the big save that gets you something. But I trust my goalkeeper. I want him to make the saves I expect him to make. I kind of feel that with McCrorie. He's learning on the job. He's 26 maybe now, and he's played the same amount of games really as maybe a 19, 20-year-old. So we're all learning with him, and he's learning on the job really. But what he has got is good attributes. He makes a good save today, but it was still a save I'd expect my goalkeeper to make. And as long as he keeps doing it, then he hopefully gets the opportunity to show even more of himself. But we've got two good goalkeepers here. It was a big call bringing Robbie back in after his injury, because Kieran hadn't done a lot wrong other than one mistake really. But we brought McCrorie to try and give him the opportunity, and he's doing absolutely fine at the minute.
Well,
good.
Thanks, Derek.
Looking to buy a car? Click the link below.